This is a 360-degree video tour of a campground, and it doesn't display properly on a television. So don't watch this on your TV. Switch to a computer, a phone, or a tablet. It's worth it for the view. Go ahead and grab your phone. We'll wait.
Hey, good morning and welcome to another 360 Park Tours, everyone. This time we're at Charleston Lake Provincial Park. We've got 3 separate campgrounds that we're going to tour today. We're going to start out with Meadowland. Let's get going. All right, in typical fashion, right at the entrance or exit of the park, you've got your recycling center. Morning. All right. So we're at Site 100 on the right-hand side, and Site 101 on your left. Site 102 on the right-hand side, and Site 103 on the left. So far, everything's looking pretty level. Got some nice shady spots. Site 104 on the right here, and Site 105 coming up on the left-hand side. Okay, we've got some vault toilets here on the right-hand side, right beside Site 106. We've got Site 107 coming up on your left-hand side. And Site 108 on the right. Morning. Site 109 and 110 on our left and right. Site 110's got a little bit of a slope to it, but you got lots of bright sunlight. Got Site 111A. I'm not exactly sure what that A indicates. It must be a 111B. Oh, here we go, 111. Looks like a little pathway through here. Now, one thing to note about Charleston Lake, I'm on Bell and I have absolutely zero signal here. So just be aware of the lack of mobile coverage on the Bell cellular side of things. All right, we've got Site 113 and 112 on the left and the right-hand side, and 112A coming up on the right. And it looks like Site 114 here on the right-hand side is right next to some potable water, which is excellent. We've got Site 115, that's quite a small site here, on the left-hand side. And Site 116 almost looks like just a parking spot. So not a great size, but we've got Site 117 here on the left-hand side. Looks like a bit of an open field here. I don't know if that's a site. I don't think so. We have Site 118 on the right-hand side and Site 119 on your left. So we have a comfort station coming up on our left-hand side. It looks like a fairly small one, but pretty typical of Provincial Park comfort stations. It looks pretty standard. All right, we got Site 120 here on the right-hand side, and Site 121 coming up on the right as well. Site 122 on the left. So I will say these sites do look fairly small compared to some other provincial parks, but they do seem to be generally quite level, and for the most part the ground coverage seems to be a combination of grass and soil or sand. We've got some potable water here on the right-hand side, right beside Site 125. And Site 126 on the left-hand side here. It looks like we've got some extra parking here on the right-hand side. And site 127 coming up on our right-hand side. Right across from site 128 on our left. Got a nice little pleasure way there on the right-hand side, sitting in site 129. Whoop.
So close! 1.1.
And site 130 on the left-hand side. Looks like they're doing some protection of some trees in this area, so just be aware of that. Got sites 131 and 132 on the right-hand and left-hand sides, respectively. And coming up on our right-hand side, it looks like we've got site 133. All right, 134 and 135 coming up on the right-hand side and left-hand sides, right beside a vault toilet. We also have some additional parking here on the left-hand side. Got site 136 coming up on the right, and site 137 on the left-hand side here. All right, sites. Oh, we got potable water here on the left-hand side, and we've got site 138 and 139 coming up here. Site 141 looks to be surrounded in some trees that they're protecting. Site 142 has a little ground damage. But for the most part, things are looking quite level. Ooh, all right, site 144 has a very large wet ditch right in front. I'm gonna try to avoid that one. And site 145 is right beside some additional parking, which is right across from site 146. Again, there seems to be some, almost a little tiny creek of water running through on the right-hand side here. Definitely could come into play for some people on some of these sites. So, just be aware of that. All right, we got site 149 on the left-hand side. Good morning. And we got site 150 on the right. All right, we have some vault toilets here on our left-hand side, right across from site 152, which seems to be a very small little pocket site almost. Site 153 and 154 right across from each other, and right beside potable water. We've got site 155 here on the right, and site 156 on our left. So, honestly, this park seems to be very, very level. We also have additional parking here on the left-hand side. The sites do seem to be quite level generally, for the most part. And as I say that, I'm looking at site 159, which is definitely not very level. That's an interesting idea, using a ladder. Okay, we got site 160 on our left-hand side and 161 on the right. Sites 162 and 163 here. We've got potable water on the left-hand side. A nice airstream sitting on site 165. We got an empty site here on the right-hand side, site 166. Buddy. A little creek right wrapping around almost site 168. So just be aware of that. Might be some extra mosquitoes in the area. All right, we got site 169 on the right-hand side here, right across from a comfort station and additional parking. And we had site 171 coming up here on the right-hand side. Site 172 on our left and 172A here on the right. So one other thing to mention with Charleston Lake, all of the campsites seem to have a mixture of electric and non-electric sites here. Got site 174 on the left-hand side and site 175 coming up on the right. It looks to be quite large. Site 176 on our left. And 177. Just be coming up here on just a moment or so. So want to take this opportunity to remind everyone that these are 360 videos. You can pause them at any point in time and look around in all directions, or you can just leave the video running and look around as needed. I also make lots of efforts to display the telemetry data so that you have a good idea as to where we are physically located in the park based on the video, as well as just some details like slope and tilt, etc. So it looks like we've got some additional parking here on the right hand side. We've got site 178 on the left hand side. Good morning. And site 179 on the right. And site 180 on the left hand side here. Site 181 on the right hand side. And 182. These sites are pretty level. Don't see anything to complain about on these ones. Site 183 and 184 on the right and left hand sides. And site 185 coming up on the right. Site 186. Well, this is definitely a lovely place to walk, go hiking or biking, go for a run. It's just very lovely. All right, well, I think that's it for this campground. We're going to head over to the next one, so we'll see you in a moment or two. All right, so we're going to head to Bayside Campground next. All right, so it looks like there's a pathway to the Discovery Center. Well, actually, the Discovery Center is right here, if you'd like to check that out. So the next campsite that we're checking out, I believe, is called Bayside, and it holds campground or campsites 200 to 260, 283. Good morning. Bayside campsites 200 to 283. So we've got your recycling and garbage station here on the right hand side. Right, we've got campsite 201 on our left-hand side, 203 and 202 on our left and our right-hand side. These sites are definitely a little bit larger than the last ones in Meadow. But site 205 on the right-hand side. We've got some additional parking here on the left-hand side as well. And coming up on our right, looks to be a fairly nice site, fairly level. Site 206. And 208 on the right-hand side, and 207 on our left-hand side, which is obviously occupied. Site 209 on our right. A nice clear view of that site. All right, 211 and 210 on the right and left-hand sides. We got site 212 on our left-hand side. And site 213 on the right. Site 214 coming up on the right. Nope. And site 215 right across from some additional parking. Site 216 on the right hand side and 217 on our left. Alright, site 218 on the right hand side and site 219 looks to be an accessible site, which is definitely good to know. Site 220 and 221. 221 is also an accessible site. All right, we're gonna come and check these campsites out after. We're at site 222 on our right-hand side. Looks like there's a pathway to a playground here on the right. And site 223 on our left-hand side. And we got site 224 there on the right. 225 is a fairly large site. Okay, site 226, not overly level. Great for tent camping potentially, but that's about it. Site 227 looks to be a pretty large site as well, and looks to be pretty level. Site 228, making the most of that site, that's for sure. Doesn't look overly level. Site 229 looks to be very large though. Site 230 is right beside some additional parking. Right beside site 231. Okay, we got site 233 on the left-hand side and site 232 on our right. Site 234. All right, so you can rent watercraft down this pathway here, but the roadway is closed at this point. Site 235 apparently has an artist there, which is great. And site 236 and 237 right beside the Fisherman's Point pathway. And we got some potable water on the left-hand side as well. We got site 238 here on the right, 239 on our left-hand side. We got site 240 coming up on the right-hand side. Somebody's catching some solar. Morning. Site 241 on the left-hand side. Site 242 with a lake view and it looks like access to the water from that site. Site 243 on the left-hand side. So if you're taking a look, you can see Charleston Lake just through the trees here. We've got some additional parking up on the right-hand side. Site 246 and 247. Alright, we got site 248 and 249 coming up on the left-hand side. Sounded like he has a card in his spokes like we used to do. All right, site 251 on the left-hand side and 252 coming up on the right. All right, we got a car behind us, so I'm just gonna pull over and let them pass. All right, let's keep going. We got site 253 here on the left-hand side. Got a nice stop there. Okay, site 254 and 255 on the right and the left-hand sides. Site 256 on the right. 257 coming up on our left. We got some lovely golden retrievers there. Some additional parking here on the left-hand side right across from site 258. And site 259 and 260 on our right-hand side here. Lots of bicycles in that site. Site 261 looks very large. Site 262, very level but smaller. And site 263 coming up on our left-hand side, 264 on the right. We got site 266 on our right-hand side. Right beside some potable water here and across from some additional parking for this area. Got site 267 coming up on the right. A nice Jayco Red Hawk there. That's site 268 and site 269. All right, so we're coming back to what looks to be a small flush toilet. So I'm going to go ahead and loop around to the small path that we did not hit yet. So we're going to be picking up sites 272 to 283 here. Okay, it looks like we've got some potable water on the right-hand side. Got site 272 and 273 on the right and left. Right, there's a pathway to the comfort station here. We got some additional sites coming up here. Site 275 on the right hand side. This one is definitely right in the thick of the forest. That's great. We got site 276 coming up on the right. And good morning. Good morning. We got site 277 on the left-hand side there. And site 278 and 279 here. I'm always quite intrigued at how people camp. Some people love trailers, some people love car camping. It's quite interesting seeing all the variations for me. Oh, a nice little doggy tent. I love that. Okay, we got finally some potable water here on the left-hand side, and that wraps it up for this campground. All right, so we're going to continue on with Shady Ridge Campground. Shady Ridge holds sites 301 to 372. We're going to start out with some potable water here on the left-hand side. And for any of you guys that have been watching my videos, you definitely know that I'm always commenting on the recycling bins at the start of the campgrounds. All right, got our first site here. Site 300 on the left-hand side. And Site 301 on the right. Good morning. Site 302 and 303 on our left and right-hand side. Wow, these sites are so much bigger. Some of them, at least. Site 303 is quite huge and gives you lots of privacy. Site 304 on the right-hand side. Kind of a nice little site. Site 305. Oh, that one's beautiful. Nice and level. Lots of room. Okay, Site 306 on the right-hand side. Kind of tucked away in the trees there, quite nice. Site 307 on the left-hand side also looks to be quite nice, level. Site 308, perfect for tent camping. And we've got some additional parking here on our left-hand side, right across from Site 310, which looks to be moderately level. Sorry about the brakes, guys. Just going down a bit of a hill here. Site 311 on the left-hand side looks to be quite shady and level. We have some vault toilets here on the right-hand side across from Site 312. Oh, sorry about that. Okay. All right. This looks to be the part of the park where they have some structures you can rent. Little cabins, fully accessible. Love to see that. Right across from Site 314 is one of the yurts. We got Site 313, 315A, B, and C, all kind of clustered in this section. Those are great. Okay, we've got some potable water here on the right-hand side, and looks like beach area access. Can't complain about that. Look at that. All right. Site 318 on the left-hand side. It's to be right across from some additional parking. Some additional parking here as well. Looks like right across from Site 321. Okay, additional parking right beside some vault toilets, or sorry, across from vault toilets, and we have potable water here on the right-hand side as well. Okay, we got Site 325 on the left and 326 on the right. We got Site 327 and 328 on the right and left-hand sides. Okay, got a smaller site here on the left-hand side, which is Site 329. And Site 330 on the right looks to be a little bit bigger. Got a bit of a tree stump right in the middle of the site though. All right, we've got Site 331 on the left-hand side, 332 coming up on the right. Right, Site 333 on the right, 334 on our left-hand side. Site 336 on our left-hand side. .337 and 338 coming up on the right. On our left-hand side is Site 339. We got Site 340 on the right. 340 looks to be pretty large, but maybe could be a little more level. Right, site 341 looks to be quite large. Got some additional parking here on the right-hand side, right across from site 342. Got site 343 on the right-hand side here. Got some mud on site 342. All right, 344 and 345 coming up here on the right and the left, right beside a very large boulder. .346 is right beside potable water. We got site 347 on the right-hand side. .348 here on the left. Wow, I love the way the landscape is very varied in this park. It makes for a more interesting hike. Hiking is one of my favorite things to do while I'm camping. We got site 352 on the left-hand side here. I love these old combination pop-up trailers. Okay, site 353 on the right-hand side, right beside some additional parking. 354 on our left-hand side here. We got some potable water here on the left. Site 356 coming up on the right. Right, it looks like we've got site 357, which is fully accessible. And it almost looks like there's water on site there. Got site 358 on the right, and some additional parking here on the left-hand side. Okay, we just finished the main loop, so I'm gonna keep going and just get the sections that we've missed. It's a real hot one today, about 28 degrees, 29 degrees, but it's actually quite comfortable in the shaded areas here. You got the nice cool breeze coming off Charleston Lake. Really can't complain about that at all. Campsites 361 to 372. Got site 361 on the right-hand side here, and 362 on the left. That one's quite a nice site, actually. Right, and we've got site 363 here on the right-hand side. Site 364 on our left, and 365. Site 366 on our left-hand side, and 367 is right across from some potable water here. Nice and convenient. We've got a very small site here, site 369. It's quite small, but very close proximity to the comfort station, which is just here on the left-hand side. Site 370 on the right. So site 371 on the right-hand side looks to be fully accessible. Okay. back at site 372. Just gonna go and pick up the last little section of road here. Don't want to miss anything. All right, on our left-hand side, looks like we've got one site. Site 350. All right, that looks to be it. You still here? Wow. Well, thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe because we're going to hit as many parks as we can in Ontario.